All right, so hello everyone. I'm here with Luis Molina, and he is one of the co-founders of Superalgo. So from what I've read, Superalgo is an open source, community-centric, decentralized trading ecosystem. And I would like Luis from this point to tell us, are you a trader? That's the first. Are you a day trader? That's the first question.
No, I am not.
Yeah.
The original idea was from a friend of mine that is a professional trader.
Okay.
And I am a software developer and entrepreneur.
Okay.
So I'm the lead developer of the project.
Yeah. So everyone, we have one of the co-founder and the lead developer of Superalgos, the platform. So before we get into what Superalgo does, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay. Yeah. So I started working like 30 years ago doing banking systems. I have I dropped out from physics university, so I have a very good background on math. And over the years, I became an entrepreneur, creating my own companies, first doing banking systems. And then I discovered in a trip these geometric patterns from Islamic architecture, and I fall in love with that. So because my math background and my IT background, I thought that I would give a shot to try to make a system to automate these patterns. And after trying several times, I did it. I created a system that for the first time automate these Islamic geometric patterns. And I kind of leveraged that to create a company related to that I call Nomad Inception, and I found it in Dubai. Okay. So that was 2013, more or less, and I heard about Bitcoin by that time, 2013. You know, by the time that MTGOX collapsed, remember that? I don't know if you are in the industry since
Yeah,
that long.
I remember that. I remember.
Yeah, well, so when MTGOX collapsed and I was doing this company, I said, look, there's a wonderful opportunity to set up an exchange because MTGOX was the only exchange almost, okay? So I say, I'm in Dubai that has a brand as the biggest staff of everything. So maybe I can find a few sheikhs here and partner with them and create a company like a Bitcoin Dubai exchange in 2013, okay? It was a really forward-thinking idea by that time. So I found a sheikh through a friend, and there is a nice anecdote of how I got into Bitcoin specifically, because somebody introduced me to a sheikh, and we met at the hotel. It is in the Palm Island, and he came with a friend there, and I say, okay, to the sheikh, I say in 2013, do you know about Bitcoin? He said, no, never heard about Bitcoin. So I pitched in Bitcoin in half an hour. Then I said, do you know what an exchange is? No idea what an exchange is. I said, I told you what an exchange is, and that MTGOX collapsed, and there were only a few kids over there exchanging. There's a huge opportunity. If you bring me 7 sheikhs with $500,000 each, we found the Dubai Bitcoin exchange, I do the system, this is going to be great, amazing opportunity. The guy told me, okay, but to be honest, I didn't understand anything what you told me about. But maybe my friend here, my English friend, maybe he does. And the English guy said, look, I'm not rich as a sheikh. I don't have $500,000. I heard about Bitcoin and this idea makes sense. So I have saving of 200,000. I mean, say the guy. So I say, wonderful, but I only have the idea at that time. So not a business plan, no anything. So what I did, I said, okay, I have to cut this meeting and bring a business plan to the next meeting. So I give the sheikh my car, the one of the Islamic patterns company, okay? The company is called Nomad Inception, right? And we use the word inception as the logo. Follow me on this, as the logo in Arabic, okay? It's a beautiful word in Arabic. Like, okay, so the sheikh handles the car and say, okay, do you know what it says there in Arabic? Yes, it says inception because it's the name of the company. Say, do you know how to read it? No, Arabic, no idea. So you read it backwards, okay? And it reads Al-Taqwim. I don't know if you know Arabic, probably you do, but
yeah, my Arabic is a little bit shaky, but yeah.
Okay. This is what the sheikh told me. Do you know what it would read if I put one dot below the first letter? I say, no idea. It can say beach, building, woman, children, it can be anything. And the sheikh told me, if I put one dot below the first letter, it would read Bitcoin. And I say, you're kidding me. You didn't even know about Bitcoin an hour ago, okay? And you're telling me that the name of my company is one dot away of being Bitcoin in Arabic. What are the chances?
Wow,
It's kind of,
that's phenomenal.
yeah. So I didn't believe it, and the English guy, his friend, didn't speak Arabic, so I left. So the following day, I went to the company, looked for an Arabic-speaking employee, and I put Bitcoin in the. I put a dot in the business card and said, "Read this." And the guys read Bitcoin exactly as I said. So I called my partners and I said, "Look, you can do whatever you want with this Islamic pattern. It's nice, but I'm leaving today. I live in today, and I get into the Bitcoin stuff." So that's how I got into Bitcoin, and from there I started the first crypto project back in 2014, more or less. It was not a Bitcoin exchange because there were so many things to do in the space by that time, and I was going into the direction of more decentralization and this kind of project. So I ran a first project for 3 years, and then I got out of that one, and I started Superalgos with this trader friend that is a professional trader 4 years ago. So Superalgos, we start developing 4 years ago, like in stealth mode, let's say, and we just focus on building, like they say. We went all through the ICO craziness and up to almost a few months ago, building a community and especially building a product. And our strategy is to build a product that is so much better than the rest that it will get adopted by just how good it is. So that's the strategy. It is a community built open source project incentivized by the token. And that is the story of how we get to the present time.
All right, thank you so much for that. But Luis, I have to ask, do you think that you were more or less, describing the story with you and the sheikh, and when he told you that the added dot will make it Bitcoin, do you think that maybe you were like destined to be in the cryptocurrency space after that?
Can you repeat that, please? Because I couldn't hear.
I was asking, do you feel like maybe you were destined to be in the cryptocurrency space when you found out that just adding one dot actually meant that the name was Bitcoin?
Look, I already, when I heard about Bitcoin 6 months before that, yeah, I already get it very quickly because of my IT background. I'm doing banking systems. So in my mind, I could play out how things were going to evolve unless it got banned. If it didn't got banned, then I could imagine almost everything that happened until today, okay? So I was willing to switch into Bitcoin, but the problem is that I was starting that company and I had partners, so I couldn't leave it. I was looking like for an excuse, and this event was the perfect excuse. I am not like believing in superstition and all this stuff, but this is like too much a coincidence. Which are really the chances? It can be anywhere in the world, but it was one dot away. One dot, if you think about it, is the less possible change you can make to a world. Even a dash or whatever is bigger. So it's the less possible change turns the name of a company into Bitcoin. So that was enough for me, even if you don't believe in the simulation matrix or whatever, but something is very strange here.
Yeah, I understand that. So it brings me to my next question, right? So, I was trying to do my research on, Superalgo and all that, and I found something peculiar to your site, which is algo traders. So can you tell us a little bit more about algo traders?
Yeah, algo traders are people that instead of trading manually, like most people do today, they create bots or they automate their trading, let's say, by the means of creating a bot, okay? And that is exactly what Superalgos at present time is building. Is building the tools for algo traders or for people who are not algo traders and want to become algo traders, okay? So this is what algo traders are, people who automate their trading with bots.
All right. I mean, being the fact that you've more or less been involved in, in the platform for 4 years, right? And, you've been more or less been involved with creating automated trading system or the automated trading bots. So I wanted to get your opinion on, the world of automated trading. What are the benefits and the risk factors that are in place?
Well, the benefits are quite clear because as humans, there is so much we can do because we are not most of the day, but a great part of the day doing something else, like sleeping or eating or doing something. So we cannot be stick to the screen. And a bot can monitor multiple markets and multiple exchanges at the same time. It can do it 24 hours a day, even when you're sleeping, and also removes the emotional part of trading. That is where a lot of people fail when they get fear or they get anxious and they go and trade and then make a mistake. It's like, the trading is like this metaphor of whales put you in the sea, right? So to be honest, most of the people, 99% of people are really very small fish there. Then you have, like bigger fish. There are people like algo traders that do it as a hobby. Then you have even bigger fish. There are companies that hire mathematicians, hire developers, hire machine learning experts, and they are like bigger fish. And then you have the whales that are even bigger companies with a lot of capital. So everybody is on the same sea. And the rule of the sea, the bigger is the smaller, right? So
Yeah, I understand.
so the question is how we can make people to be faster, stronger, and smarter. Okay, so let's build as a community tools. So even if you are a small fish by capital measure, okay, maybe you can be a small fish, but you can swim faster, right? Or you can be stronger, or you can be smarter than the bigger one. Okay, so Superalgos as of today is a set of trading tools that by automating your trading, it makes you smarter, it makes you faster, it makes you stronger, and it gives you better chances of competing with people that are bigger because they are do hiring developers, mathematicians, machine learning expert traders, right? So yeah, that's what it's all about at present time. How many people go to trade in the market, but how many of them have read, for example, 100 books about trading? Okay, how many of them have a degree on data science? How many do they have a degree on computer science? Okay, how many of them are mathematicians? Okay, even if you have one of these degrees, you don't have all the others, right? So what we are doing here is allowing people to use tools created by mathematicians, professional traders, machine learning expert, okay? And we give it for free, okay? So it really is a no-brainer if you think about it. You can continue going to the sea and swim alone with like quietly, but you're going to get eaten sooner or later by a bigger fish. So come to Superalgos and get this knowledge and these tools for free, and you will be
Hi,
hey,
Louis. Sorry, I got caught off. The internet tripped off.
okay.
Yeah, so a little bit about myself. I actually do dabble into day trading from time to time, so I've always heard about trading bots, right? And personally, I always stay away from them because I've had, several experiences with bots that have basically lost me a lot of money, right? So I wanted to ask, do you feel like super algos trading bots, are there any downsides? Are there any risk involved?
Of course, but there's something to clarify. Superalgos is not a trading bot or a set of trading bots by
Oh,
themselves.
of course,
It's
of course, of course.
it's a yeah, for your viewers to know, it's a platform to design trading bots. So there is no except for some examples that people contribute to the platform, there is no trading bot that you can run out of the box to make money. So the idea is that you create them. We have created a beautiful visual designer, so you don't need to be a developer to use Superalgo, because you just drag and drop small pieces. With all these pieces, you create or you automate your trading, right? So the risk involved in that is kind of up to you. You obviously you have to know what you're doing in the sense of trading and have some knowledge of risk management, okay? Because what is going to happen here, if you automate the losing strategy, you are going to lose on a consistent basis, right? And on the same way, if you automate a winning strategy, you are going to win in a consistent basis, okay? But the beauty of this is that with these tools, you can test your strategies. If you're trading manually today, you imagine that something can work and you go and try it out, okay? But by trial and error, you're wasting capital all the time, okay? What if I tell you that you can automate that trading idea and you can back test it using historical data that you download for free from exchanges?
Hi, Luis. I got tripped off again.
Okay.
About that. All right. So my next question is, so I'm going to the token side. You guys just recently launched the SA token, right? And
Yes.
token side is, because I saw a statement on your website, you said algo traders compete to earn the tokens, right? Can you please elaborate on that, please?
Yeah. Our token is a community token, okay? It represents how much you have contributed to the project. A difference from other crypto projects like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and almost all the others, they use their token to incentivize security for their network, right? We don't need security for our network because our token runs on somebody else's network, right? So what we do is we use 100% of the incentivization power of issuing a token to, to, to incentivize contribution to the project, right? So during the first 4 years, the contribution were in the form of code to the code base to create these tools. We are still coding for the next 2 or 3 years, but we are transitioning into allowing people to contribute trading intelligence in the form of indicators, strategies, and also signals, okay? Signals is very important here. So that's what you read is what is coming in these days or in this month, where people are going to be running this bot and producing signals and putting them into the Superalgos network that is not a blockchain processing payments or processing smart contract. It's a blockchain that distributes these signals among all the community, right? So essentially, and this opens a lot of doors, let me tell you. It's very, very important because it allows people to work in teams, right? For example, you can come to the community once the signal infrastructure is in place and join a team so that you can trade together with the whole team. And it doesn't matter how big the team is. It can be 1,000 people, okay? So this allows a lot of things. For example, you can contribute to the team your expertise. Let's say you are very good at trading, but you are not a developer. You don't know about machine learning, right? You don't know, you're not a data scientist, okay? But maybe you're joining a team where you have 15 data scientists, 5 developers, 3 people knowing a lot of machine learning, 50 people doing the backtest, okay? 100 people putting their hardware, like Raspberry Pi, to run this at home, okay? So you join the team and you contribute in the design or the strategy, in the testing or whatever. And then what happens? When the strategy of the team trades, It put the signal into the Superalgos network, and everyone that belongs to that team can get the signal and trade from their own devices, meaning without counterparty risk. So you don't need to trust your funds to anybody in the team, because they are, after all, they're people on the internet, right? So you trade from your phone, from your desktop computer, from your server, but using the strategy created in a common way together with a lot of experts, right? And this is something quite unique, because even if you want today, you can go and try to find, there are like 5,000 projects over there in GitHub. By the way, we are #1 in GitHub, right? So, but none of these projects allows you, and this is the key differentiator, allows you to contribute your expertise and become part of a trading team. You can download any of the other bots there, but you will have to be the machine learning expert, the trading expert, the mathematician, and everything, okay? So it's really a very, very big difference there.
All right, so let me go to my final questions. I usually ask everybody I interview this question, right? So yes. What are your top 5 cryptocurrencies?
Well, with what happened to me, there's only Bitcoin and Superalgos.
Sorry,
you can say #1 Bitcoin, #2 Bitcoin, #3 Bitcoin, #4 Bitcoin, and #5 Superalgos.
So you're saying that the SA token is not even #1 on your list?
No, well, I'm very conscious that we might get to the top 10 eventually, okay. Especially because this feature of this project that incentivize people to contribute. That means that if today we are 5 developers, when the token value increases the reward. Today, at the last distribution event, we are distributing 10 million tokens per month. At 6 cents, that means 600K per month, okay? So in the last distribution, there were 60 contributors. So average 10K per person, okay? That's a huge incentive to come and contribute something. So if the token value increases, then the reward per month increases, maybe 1 million, maybe 2 million. So more people want to contribute and they start snowballing, right? And also the perception of the project increases. So if people believe it is undervalued and buy the tokens, so it makes it climb higher. So if you think about the game theory about this, it's a token that is going, once starts snowballing, it will eventually reach the top 10. I'm no doubt about it. Okay, but Bitcoin is another category. Bitcoin is the category of the reserve currency of the world. So even if you have thousands of developers, thousands of mathematicians, thousands of traders, still you are not going to generate the value of the reserve currency. But below Bitcoin, I would say we can easily be in the top 10 in 2-3 years, maybe, if we can bootstrap this forward.
All right, thank you so much for that, Luis. I really appreciate that you came to tell us more about your project. And also, I think everybody needs to know this. People can buy the tokens off PancakeSwap, right? I'm sure you guys chose the Binance platform as a result of the high gas fees on the Ethereum network. So that is understandable. So you guys can go, if you access the decentralized exchange on Binance, on PancakeSwap, and then you'll be able to buy the SA token. All right. Exactly. Thank you so much, Chris.
Thank you for having me on. Thank you.
And I appreciate it.
Have a nice day.